What's up, witches? It's Witch Angel Nakora, and welcome back to the HiveSwap FriendSim. In the previous episode, we did Skyla's route, and oh my god, I loved voicing her. She was so cool. And we didn't even get one error. We didn't get one screw up at all. Her chapter was perfect. So let's begin back in chapter 3. Put one foot in front of the other, you continue on through the strange alien world. Just when you think stuff is beginning to make sense of it all slips through your fingers, becomes even more stranger and more alien. There does, however, seem to be one thing that remains consistent through all planets and walks of life. That thing is friendship. You are on the prowl for more. It would have been perhaps wise to stay with one of your friends until you're fully healed. As Martha Stewart said, visitors like fish begin to smell after 3 days. You're almost positive Martha Stewart said that. Nevertheless, you soldier on in your endless quest for companionship. Where will your travels take you next? We're gonna go with Bronya this time. She looks so cute. She also has Kanaya horns. Oh, dude, we're in the brooding caves. You've been traveling through a cave network for a while now. The rigid stone is a welcome respite from the eerily organic infrastructure you've been encountering, but it's also proving an unwelcome respite from friend-making. Maybe it's too much to hope for that this cavern would be home to a potential new buddy. Maybe leaving the big city behind was a horrible mistake. Maybe these dark, cold tunnels are completely devoid of... Oh, hang on. There's a bunch of buildings in the distance. Oh, hello. I thought you were one of my girls, but you don't look like a Jade Blood. Or anything else, actually. How strange. You convey your usual spiel regarding your circumstances. You're lost and lonely, and your ribs are still broken, you think. Honestly, the ribs are fine. You could just use another friend or two. I see. My first responsibility is to my Jades and the Mother Grub, so I can't make any promises of friendship just yet. But you do look like you need someone to take care of you. Here in the brooding caverns, we follow a few simple rules. 1. Don't invite drama up from top down below. Number 2. Protect the Mother Grub. 3. We have no hierarchy, but do what I say. Let's do everything we can to keep our current record of dozens of sweeps on any Jades being called. Oh, I like Bronya's little quirk there. See at the end of her sentence there? Looks like she has like 2 little fangs. You're not sure what half those words mean, but you nod your head. Good, I'll take you to our hive. Follow me! And I really love her eyeliner. It's so adorable. You follow her into her hive, which looks like a school or some kind of dormitory, with multiple rooms and multiple floors. Usually more of my Jades are around. I suppose that everyone is out watching the Imperial drones arrive with the filial pails. Girls, we have a visitor to our caverns! 1. Do not be alarmed for their bizarre appearances. They seem to be quite harmless and weak. 2. Don't give them any more injuries than they already have. Our visitor deserves a warm Jade Blood welcome! She claps her hands. No one else is around, but you stand no attention and give her the thumbs up to show you read her loud and clear. Wow, I've never went to college, but this sounds like a sorority. You notice that she called you visitor and not friend, but that's okay. You can do whatever it takes until you upgrade from visitor to friend, or at least charity case. Oh, it's kind of neat. Look over there! Look, grubs! Oh my god, it's so adorable! I want to just pick up a grub and cuddle it! You follow her upstairs and stop at a big room on the 2nd floor. When you step into it, you have to clap your hand over your mouth to keep it from gagging at the revolting sight. There are big baby-sized larvae carrying things over the floor, swarming around and crying and inchworming out of kiddie pools of green slime. What the hell? This is our nursery. Most of these wrigglers are sick or injured, so we look after them in here until they're well enough to go back out into the caverns and spin their cocoons. She looks shifty all of a sudden, giving you some side-eye as she's sizing you up. You also try to look very non-threatening and also 100% trustworthy. We keep this nursery on the down low. It's not against any laws, but something of a break with tradition to save any of the grubs instead of just letting them die. It's true. If any of the grubs are weak or injured, they have to die, which is very unfair. Which is why I like Bronya. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure why I do it. I guess it just feels right to me to take care of them, the same way I take care of my jades. A nursery, huh? You look around again with this new information. You can guess how you can sort of see how the wigglers look like babies. I can't believe that all these things could grow up into anything that looks like Bronya, but this is an alien planet, but so who knows? She takes you to a shelf that seems to hold medical supplies. You're not sure what can be done for your broken ribs, but maybe she has some kind of alien technology that can help. When she starts going through the cabinet, you don't see anything that looks high-tech like the thing that fixed your arm. I guess most of what we have is for the wrigglers, and I'm not familiar enough with your bizarre anatomy to know if it'll help. But if you're not completely sure how to do something, it's best to try anyway. 1. Even if you fail, everyone else could still learn from your mistake. 2. Maybe you won't fail. You never know. You're not so sure about applying this ethos to your broken ribs, but she looks so determined it might be rude to say no. Let's go for it. I think we might get a bad ending, but let's try it. Okay, come here. Lift up your shirt so I can get to your injured fellow's second closures. Yes, like that. Turn the part that's all bloody and horrifying towards me. She has something that looks like some kind of ointment. It's a shade of bright green, similar to the slime beds that you see around the nursery. It also seems to be glowing. It seems like there's nothing wrong about applying it to your skin. But despite your optimism, the second Bronya rubs some of it into your broken skin, you feel searing hot pain like you just got doused with poison. You flinch back instinctively. Your momentum carries you too far. As you step back, you trip on something behind your feet. You cartwheel your arms, but it's no use. You're going down. You're yelling timber. Nice casual reference. Oh no! I killed a grub! I'm so sorry, Bronya! You feel something soft and squishy break your fall, and you hear a terrible squelching noise and some kind of animal squeal. You had fallen right onto one of the wrigglers. You roll off it, but there's no use. It's squished flat, and you're covered in olive fluid that you might think might be its blood. You look up to see Bronya's horrified face, and you know that there's no hope for friendship in those vengeful eyes. You might want to run before I throw you out this window and break the rest of your bones. Oh no. Alternia's deadliest butt. I'm so sorry, Bronya. Alright guys, give me a few minutes. I need to get that image out of my head, and we're gonna go with the other option. I'm so sorry. Alright, we're back. We're gonna go with thanks but no thanks, I'll heal on my own just fine. Oh, well, if you're sure. I'm worried about you though. You seem like you need a little help, and I wish I could help you more. If I can't take care of someone, then I'm not sure how we can ever truly be friends. You try to cheer her up, pointing out that friendship is a two-way street after all. She doesn't have to concern herself with your mutilated frame. How can you help her instead? Well, sure, there's things around here that I could use some assistance with. Howard, don't take this the wrong way, but you only just met. I don't know that I could trust you to be as responsible as I am. It's not easy to be the one in charge. You have to be constituent. Consensuous. Sorry, I never learned that word. Considerate, and 3, competent at all times. You try to think of times in your life when you've been consensuous. Ah, okay, that's the word. Considerate or competent. You're drawing a bit of a blank, but hey, new planet, new you. You assure her that you have what it takes. I guess if you want to prove that you can be responsible, I can let you help me out today. It's a good time to visit for a visit to the mother grub. You're careful to step around all the little guys on the floor as you head out of the nursery. She takes back outside, and these caverns are even bigger than you first realized. They're also dark, cold, and gloomy, and you can't see anywhere that might lead up to the planet's surface. Does she really just live down here all the time? To make some conversation during this cold hike in a damp cave, you mentioned that living underground like this seems kind of depressing. Oops, hold up. You realize too late that this wasn't very tactful, but she doesn't get angry at your conversational gambit of insulting her home. Oh no, it's very peaceful down here. Well, in comparison to everywhere else. I quite enjoy it. The brooding caverns are a place for life and birth, not death. Wow. That's pretty uncommon on Alternia. You're still not sure what she means by brooding caverns, but you guess it has something to do with the wrigglers from her nursery. Before you can ask, reach the top of a ridge and get a new, wider view of the rest of this cavern. It's enormous, probably the size of a small city. All over the cave floor you can see more wrigglers crawling everywhere. Cocoons line the cave walls and the larger stalagmites, with some young trolls crawling out of them. Walking, flying, and crawling among the wrigglers, the young trolls are a variety of white monsters, of all kinds and shapes and sizes. Those are the Luci. In the center of the cavern there is, you don't even know how to describe it. Looks like a huge many-legged queen bug of some kind, with a goat-shaped skull and horns coming out of her head. The mother grub. That's where all troll life starts. So I'm going to pause here and I want to give you all a little lesson. Trolls breed weird. They basically put their stuff into a bucket, either through being mate sprits or kismesis, which is love relationship or hate relationship, and they kind of create this genetic slurry, which the drones take back to the mother grub. They put into this giant machine. She drinks it, and afterwards, out pops eggs, and the eggs turn to wrigglers. Then the wrigglers, when they get ready to evolve, they crawl up to the stalagmites or stalactites, depending. Create cocoons, wait for a very long time, hatch, and that's how a troll is born. That concludes your science lesson with Lady Nakora. Her bulbous sphincter ripples as she lays a continuous stream of hundreds of eggs, from which you assume the gray wrigglers will hatch. And marching through all this, you see several hulking bipedal creatures, each carrying 2 buckets either to or away from the mother grub. Look armed, and they have some kind of, they move like some kind of regimented troops, soldiers of some kind. You're instinctively terrified of them. This is where the magic happens, and by that I mean the continuation of our species. Jade bloods like myself are entrusted with looking after this process, which is of course a very special job. 1. The Imperial drones carry philopels of genetic material to the mother grub for her slurry. She lays eggs that hatch new grub broods. After the wrigglers emerge from the cocoons, the new trolls will go through the trials, and the ones that make it will be selected by Elucis to help care for them. Together, the young trolls and the Eluci go up to the surface together, where the trolls will either grow up or get called, or whatever. As Bronya explains troll reproduction to you, one of the Imperial drones veers sharply to the left, and in the process trampled over a few wrigglers and young trolls. The drone continues on, but several of the Luci cry out, crying around their dead or injured charges. One of them, a gigantic beast that resembles a bison, bellows and rears upon its hind legs, hanging one of the other Luci with its front hoof. Oh geez, not again. This kind of damage and control, it's a lot of what we have to go deal with. Whenever Lucis goes rogue or out of grief or confusion, there's a potential for it to lash out at other Luci, the wrigglers, or the mother grub herself. We Jade Bloods cannot let that happen! She looks so concerned, a marked contrast to how confident she seemed before now. You offered to help her out earlier, and it seems like now's your chance. Someone has to stop that rogue Lucis, and that someone could be you? Be a weenie? We're not gonna be SpongeBob. We're not gonna be a weenie. We're gonna grow some balls and help her. The bison looses seems to be causing quite a ruckus. Other loci have now gotten riled up too, with some of them trying to gather wrigglers to keep them out of harm's way, and others just getting hyped to thrash. It seems like they could turn into a monster stampede, and they're very close to the mother grub's big, soft, vulnerable abdomen. Not great. Fighting a monster single-handed seems like a daunting first step in a friendship, but you did tell her that you could be responsible. You square your shoulders and tell Bronya that she has nothing to worry about. You're gonna stop that Lucis, calm down on all the other Luci, and protect the mother grub, all without breaking a sweat, and hopefully without breaking any more bones either. Well there, I was gonna suggest that I go after it while you stay here. You seem kind of weak and fragile, even apart from your injuries, I mean. I don't want you to get hurt any worse, and I'm not sure I trust anyone other than myself to take the lead on this. That wasn't quite the reaction you were hoping for. Normally, you would all be about standing back and letting her protect you, because, well, protective and responsible is a good look on her. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and you don't know how else you're going to prove yourself worthy to be her friend. You do your best to protect an air of confidence, or at least competence. You assure her that this is no sweat for you. You take that raging bison back on your home planet all the time. You're known for it, actually. Well, if you say this isn't your first ungulate roping gallop exhibition, I'll believe you. Does she mean first rodeo? I'll hang back to give it a shot. If it gets too overwhelming in there, I'm right here. Caring for the mother grub is my responsibility as a Jade Blood. I'd never abandon a friend to deal with a mess on their own, even if we end up being friends, that is. Oh, hell yes. Now you have reason to hope. Oh, crap! Hi there, big boy! You approach the rampaging bison with caution. Do all bison have horns like that? Maybe they do. You're no bison expert. But you're pretty sure they don't have all that teeth that nasty. Bison on Earth mostly eat grass, don't they? This guy doesn't look like an herbivore. At first you try to calm the Lucis down by talking to it, but your soothing words have no effect. In fact, you may have just made it angrier by suggesting that it pause and take some deep breaths in reaction to its trampled charge. You're not even sure if you can understand human speech, come to think of it. You circle around it, wishing you had some kind of lasso or something. Maybe you can hurry it away from the mother grub. You look around to see if there are any of these other Luci that vaguely look like Earth shepherd dogs with no dice. You hesitate too long and the Lucis runs away, its furious eyes falling on the mother grub. It stamps its hooves, snorts air out of its nostrils, and screams in a way that sounds more hellish than you imagine normal bison are capable of. It's obviously about to charge, and there's only one thing you can think of to do. In desperation, you leap forward and tackle it football style, doing everything you can, and with your flimsy human body, drag it onto its side. It half works. You climb to the Lucis and stop it in its tracks, but it topples over onto a nest of wrigglers, taking you down with it. Oh boy. Wrigglers and young trolls go bouncing everywhere, squealing in distress, and their Luci descend upon you in a rage. Everything is chaos for a while. You're trapped beneath the bison Lucis, which is very worrying for all your body parts, and you think you might feel something important rupturing inside you. But hey, on the bright side, this crushing mass that's protecting you is all from all the other pissed off Luci trying to attack you. Just as your whole breeding situation is starting to get dicey, you hear a commotion in what sounds possibly like the trouncing of some of the smaller Luci that are trying to get to you. The crowd of beasts around you scatters and then you hear her. Ugh! I'm having a hard time getting this thing off you, and he's still very angry. He keeps trying to kick me. Where's a bronze blood when you need one? Yeah, someone call Skyla! You don't know what that means, but you're very grateful that she's here to help you. You try to communicate this, but it all comes out garbled from all the blood in your mouth. Maybe don't try to speak, or move, or help. You experience a stinking feeling that could be related to your diminishing odds of impressing Bronya and becoming her friend, or it could be the compression of all your internal organs. Either way, it's tough to feel optimistic right now. But before you can give in to complete despair, you hear other voices. Your view is blocked by the massive bison flesh on top of you, but could it be? Are these other people here to save you? Finally! I was wondering where you all had gotten off to! Let's all work together, girls! 1. You grab his horns, keep the head still, and keep it from biting anyone. 2. The rest of you come around with me to its backside so we can push it without getting kicked. Here's some grunting and muttering, and the bison starts making furious but sounding more confused and less furious. The pressure and pain on your chest briefly spike in intensity as the thing's weight shifts. And they must succeed in dragging off because you can suddenly breathe again. But the crisis is not yet over. While you're still testing the use of your lungs and blinking up at the cavern ceiling, you hear a new cacophony of enraged monster noises. Uh-oh, the other Lucii are still agitated. Get down there and try to calm them down! Protect the mother grub! You try to lift yourself to see what's going on, but putting any weight on your arms makes you feel like all your bones just got turned into confetti. Painful, painful confetti. You feel strong hands propping you up gently, and your head is in Bronya's lap. You try to focus more on how this is a nice place for your head to be and less on the pain. This is not good. I don't know if my jades can reach the stampede in time, and the mother grub could get injured. Not to mention all these wrigglers in danger. Oh no. You didn't think the situation could get any worse, but now you see that several of the Imperial drones that are about to leave the cavern are turning back, drawn by all the noise and chaos. Maybe this could be a good thing? Maybe they can instill some order? Frick! They're gonna kill everyone! She scrambles to her feet, in the process letting your head whack down on the cave floor. Oh boy. Your vision swims, but you can still make out the drones firing indiscriminately. The Lucii, the grubs and wrigglers, and the jade bloods. One laser beam skins the side of the mother grub's massive midsection. Your scream is so loud the ceiling shakes and a few stalactites shake loose, falling on drones and Lucii and wrigglers alike. It's a total catastrophe. A whole rainbow's worth of troll, wiggler, and Lucis blood is splattering the cave walls. Bronya seems paralyzed by the chaos, looking from her jades to the mother grub to the imperiled wrigglers that she's not sure who'd help first. I can't believe it. This is the worst disaster we've had down here. And all because I thought I could sit back and let someone else be responsible for once. If I were a less secure person, I could let this moment pass itself down in my mind about my ability to take care of others and do my job well. Or I could chalk it up to you being really freaking stupid. You shrink under the weight of her glare. She's green in the face from how angry she is. You swallow and manage to spit out enough blood to ask a question you already know is hopeless. Does this mean you can't be friends? Are you serious right now? I do not make friends with anyone who recklessly endangers the trolls and wrigglers under my care. Well, second bad ending. We're gonna go back one more time, and we're just gonna be a total flippin' weenie. Alright, we're back. One last go around. We're gonna be a weenie. You definitely don't like the fight, the idea of wading into a monster fight. You have not even to save the progenitor of your new friend's species. In fact, you don't like Bronya is so focused on helping all these helpless toddlers and distressed animals instead of taking care of you. It's damn right that you don't think you can take out any kind of monster right now. In fact, you might just feel a notice of a pain in your ribs. You might be blacking out. Bronya's concerned face turns in your direction as you start to swoon. She catches you before you hit the ground and your heart flutters. You look at her at her serious face and she looks like such a mom, but also such a friend. Like some sort of combination between these two concepts. Yikes, you don't look so good. I can't leave you alone, but not when you're in such bad shape. Maybe I can carry you on my back while I try to stop the rampaging Lucis? Your heart flutters turn to pinpricks of alarm. That sounds dangerous, mainly for you. You try to think what you could say to dissuade her. Something other than, I think you should ignore the helpless babies and mother in danger behind you in favor of continue to hold me in your strong arms. But before you can speak, you hear commotion behind her. She turns to look over her shoulder and her face sags with relief. Yes, the other Jades are here. I should know what to do. We've taken care of crises like this before. Of course, usually I'm there to help. If you crane your neck, you can just glimpse a crowd of trolls corralling the rogue Lucis away from the mother grub, while other trolls calmly remain Luci and swoop up any wrigglers in harm's way. Looks like I'm mean and worried. They've been more than capable of stepping in while I'm otherwise occupied. I'm so proud. I take this opportunity to compliment her on what a good leader she must be. To have trained the others so well. Super smooth. She beams at you and sits you down carefully on the cavern floor, kneeling at your side. This could have gone quite badly. I'm glad I didn't make the wrong choice by staying to help you instead of rushing off. It just goes to show, sometimes the best thing you can do is for the group to take care of the weakest person in it. Oh, I don't know whether to be impressed or insulted. You kind of want to object being called the weakest person, but you just did fake a fainting spell for attention, so maybe now isn't the best time. You thank her sincerely for sticking by your side. The two of you watch together as order is gradually restored to the chaos below, and even with your injuries, you feel close to content and quite hopeful about how this relationship is progressing. You notice that at your side, several wrigglers are blindly squirming around, confused and crying. There's some young trolls here too, looking around all lost and bereft. You're not sure if their Luci ran off with the others that got involved in the fracas, or if these little guys are orphans now. Now that you're seeing them in the natural light, the wrigglers look less like maggots to you. In fact, they're even kind of cute. You can see why Bronya would want to take care of them. One of the smallest wrigglers closest to you has somehow flipped himself over on his back and seems unable to right himself, his little legs waving in the air while he cries. Trying to be careful with your ribs, you reach out to scoop him in and cradle him to your chest, rocking him back and forth until his cries quiet down. Wow! You have a very strong nurturing instinct. I think he likes you. You almost look like you could be his Lucis, or a Jade Blood. You're pleased that she approves of your caretaking display. The wriggler's cough breaks through your haze of smoke satisfaction, and when you look down, you realize that he seems to be having some trouble breathing. You point this out to Bronya. Good observation. You really are natural at taking care of other creatures, aren't you? Some people find that nurturing ability to be very attractive in a potential friend. But as for the wriggler, this is definitely not a good sign. I'm surprised none of these drones have noticed that he's sick. If we leave him here, he'll be called for sure. Bronya takes the wriggler from you, and you're more than happy to hand him over considering that you have no idea what to do with a sick baby that's not even your species. Also, your broken ribs holding a baby makes holding a baby kind of painful, and Bronya holds the wriggler carefully with perfect ease, just like you'll hope she'll cradle your new friendship in its infancy. Once Bronya feels assured that her jades have the situation at the brooding caverns under control, you both take the wriggler back to the Jade Blood Nursery. You'll have her run uselessly while Bronya sets up some sort of crib filled with green slime. You're a little concerned when she takes the wriggler and submerges him under the slime, because, he was already having some trouble breathing? Surely drowning in the slime won't help. The stepper should strengthen his bellow sacs and soothe his sorrow shoot. In other words, it should help strengthen his lungs and soothe his throat. When he gets healthy again, I'll take him back to the cavern and set him free to make his cocoon and pupate. He's so small. It's unlikely that she'll survive the trials or be selected by a Lucis. You hate to see Bronya looking sad. You try to be sympathetic, mentioning your astute observation that this whole system set up with the wrigglers and the trials and the culling seems pretty brutal. What? No! I would never suggest. This is the way the world works, and it's fine. It's fine. The trials are how young trolls prove that they're strong enough to survive. It's only right for the weak to be called. It's the purpose of Jade Blood to ensure the continuation of our species, and consequently the hemospectrum. We are not revolutionaries. We're meant to do our jobs and keep our heads down and keep things running smoothly. I would never presume to question the basic tenets of alternative society. That would bring negative attention from the High Bloods, and I just want to keep my jade safe. You look around the nursery, and all these injured or underdeveloped wrigglers that Bronya was apparently supposed to let die. You think it might be true that she doesn't question how the world works. She's looking at you like she's scared, and you call her on it and expose her altruistic tendencies. You try to salvage this conversation thread. Did you say that calling wrigglers sounded brutal? You meant neutral. Yes, you feel 100% neutral on this topic, neither committed to the culling side of the things, nor here to take up the arms in revolution. Yes, neutral is how I feel about it as well. What a good word to describe exactly how I feel about all controversial political subjects. Me, I'm apolitical. I hate politics in general. Did I mention that keeping this nursery isn't technically illegal? Because it isn't, technically. There's no reason for any atrocious drones to come investigating our hive. And if any drones do come knocking, we have nothing to hide. No borderline revolutionary ideas will be tolerated within these walls. Trissa is the Empress. She likes memes, fireworks, and talking about herself. Bronya laughs nervously and looks around the room. She's making sure that any Imperial drones hiding in here heard her announcement. You feel bad for how nervous she is. You didn't mean to freak her out. You tell her that she sounds super convincing, and why shouldn't she? Because she's clearly telling the truth. If you were an Imperial drone, you'd definitely be satisfied to know that they're clearly law-abiding and neutral ways. Thank you. That means a lot. You asked about for something to change the subject, and mentioned your ribs are feeling a bit better. Bronya's face brightens, and she lifts up your arm gently so she can touch the injured part of your torso, examining it in her typically responsible and authoritative way. You shiver and wonder if her touch has healing properties. I'm glad to hear that. After all, I don't like it when my friends suffer. Your heart leaps. You look up, scarcely allowing yourself to hope. Could it be? Or was she just making a general statement? If you're not in any more pain, hopefully that means your injuries will heal soon. I'll take care of you until then, my friend. You're overcome. Your eyes fill with tears. Bronya smiles at you and she squeezes your hand. Oh, look at that! And there's the cute little moral right there on Bronya. Self-care comes first. Agreed on that, my friend. Look at the little wrigglers at the bottom. Wrigglers are so cute. Well, that was Volume 3 of the HiveSwap FriendSim. Y'all, I love this. I've been recording for about half an hour now, and I can't wait for Volume 5 to come out. According to my friend Gabriel, who told me that this episode came out, apparently the title for the next one's supposed to be called Of Rights and Wrongs. And we were talking about, like, how it could be alluding to the other copper blood that likes flying, or it could be like about Phoenix Wright being, alluding to like a lawyer troll or something. But that's just speculation. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna wait till the next chapter drops soon. I got so much planning for OMG Con, y'all. It's not even funny. I still got 8 more videos to record. And I gotta get right on that, so I'm gonna get on out of here. If you like this video, why don't you hit that like button faster than you catch a spell to the face. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to find out whenever I upload, because as I said before in many videos, YouTube is bad about not letting people know that I've uploaded. I'll see you soon. Mwah! Stay magical, my friends, and self-care comes first.